Hey all, Ryan here from Planetary Lapidary, and today I am not on the western shore of Lake Michigan. I'm actually at a cool little spot on the way up to my fall fishing trip, and this little spot is called Quartz Hill Trail. It's off of Highway 32, just north of Townsend, Wisconsin, and it's a really cool spot, so let's go check it out. So guys, when you pull in off the highway, there's this little turnaround here. There's the highway right there, Highway 32. There's this little gravel turnaround. There's a little sign here that just tells you a little bit about the place. You can walk to the left of the sign over here, and you can take this trail, which will actually take you all the way up this side of the mountain, and it'll bring you to kind of like a lookout tower type of deal. There's some cool stuff on the way, a cool waterfall. I'll actually go down there and take a video of it just so you can see it. But where we're really going is across the highway, actually, is the trail you want to hit. So let's walk up this way, get a little video of that waterfall, and then we'll head across the road. Oh, so no water left here, I guess. Last time I was here, this thing was running like crazy. All right. So I guess, so yeah, like I said, you could keep going up the trail that way. It goes kind of all the way up there. There are some quartz inclusions and stuff, big rocks with quartz in them on this side, but the other side is kind of where you want to go. So we'll head back that way. Okay, so here's where we parked. We're at the highway. I always look both ways. And here's our trail right across the street. Cool little trail, little wood walking path. It is a decent little hike, so I would be prepared when you come here to, you know, be walking over some rocks and stuff. There's little streams and stuff kind of running through here. It's just a really cool area. So I'll pick back up a little bit up the trail here. So here's a good example of a nice little stretch that, you know, if it's wet or anything, you guys got to be careful. There's all these big rocks in the path, and you know, once you get closer up to the quartz, you know, there'll be bigger and bigger rocks, so just be careful on the path. Really cool atmosphere, you know, we're just deep in the woods. So all right, let's keep going. Okay, so eventually you'll come to this gravel road. There might be something down in the fill down here. It looks mostly granity, and you know, I could probably look through this stuff and maybe find one or two things that are cool, but all you got to do is kind of cross the road directly across and just head to the next part of the path. Okay, so we have reached pretty much the end of the trail. Got the no digging sign. Talks about the quartz and, you know, what they did with it here. This is the main spot here. You can kind of see people haven't really been obeying the no digging rule. Back in the day, you could take stuff from here, you know, crystals in the ground or whatever, but people have, you know, dug it so much that they kind of put a stop to that. So we'll try to just walk around here. You know, here's a good example of what you're gonna find here. And this is just a huge piece of quartzite. You can see all that mica in there. I mean, this is a big stone, you know, kind of all up in here again. Be careful if you come here and you're walking around in this stuff. You know, these rocks are loose. They're big. Anything could happen, so just be careful. Got the mountain going around that way. Up in the crevices up there, I found some cool crystals. Like I said, we're not taking anything today, but I'm gonna find some cool stuff anyways to show you guys. So let's hike around a little bit and see what we can find. So we're walking around the side here against the wall. And I wish I had some sun whatsoever so you could see that. Basically, this entire thing here is all quartzite. You know, totally solid, and then it's got lighter spots, darker spots, just all different kinds of, you know, included quartz, white quartz everywhere. really, really cool. Just the scale of it is just huge. This whole mountain apparently is made out of this quartzite. So, you know, you can walk all the way over here. Oh, I see some sun over here. Maybe we can see something. Just follow the wall around. Oh, a little bit of sun. Sometimes on the ground here too, you can just look and there'll be pieces of crystal. Okay, here you go. Here's a piece of quartz that broke off with a bunch of mica in it there. You can see that metallic. Find that everywhere really. I found full pieces of this metallic already down here, but see if we can find one today. But a lot of little stuff like that on the ground. You can just really look anywhere. It's a little leafy right now, wrong time of year probably, but you know, another piece that's just got a lot of metallic going on in it there. But you know, people dig for stuff down here. What's that? Nothing. People dig for stuff still, I would imagine, and that's why this place looks like it's, you know, tore apart, because it really is. You know, people are greedy a lot of times. But there's another cool little quartz inclusion. Some pink and reds, maybe just iron stain, but really cool. You basically just see this everywhere. Oh, look at that. There's a little moth in there, chilling for the day. All right, let's get up top so I can show you some of the cooler big pieces of quartz. Sun here while I was walking up, so I just figured I'd show you this nice solid piece of quartzite there. A little bluish, but it's really everywhere, like I said. All right, so we're almost to the top. So I will be back in a second. All right, we are at the top, and now with this little bit of sun I'm getting, you can kind of see stuff glistening all over the place, because it just is all over the place. You can see where there used to be crystals here formed that people probably lopped off, like right there, you can see one lopped off. But I guess you used to be able to come here and just see big protruding crystals off of a lot of this stuff, but kind of went down the tubes. But it's still a really awesome place. There's so much quartz here. So I'm at the top here, so now you can see kind of how high we are. There's the other peak over there. Where we started was, you know, right over there. But you can kind of look around up here too. There's some bigger patches of rocks. Bigger patches of rocks, bigger rocks, you know, that have like these big, like straight line quartz veins running through them. I really like those. Let me find a couple of those and then we'll be right back. Here's a pretty good one. You can kind of see where the crystals are starting to all form there, kind of coming off the rock. They're kind of just like this everywhere. Like I said, I'm gonna head down there to that rock pile and see if I can see anything on the edges. Chances are those are all ones that people threw down there because they were done looking at them, but we'll go check it out. A little spot here, and I kind of got a little bit of sun, so you can kind of see all these pieces. Try to get some sun here. You know, just that whole thing is basically just included with quartz. Or like, you know, or this one, just veins of quartz running through the whole thing. Another big piece there. Kind of see it in the sun. Oh, here's a solid chunk. Just a chunk of white quartz. You know, this stuff is just, it's basically like the bedrock here. So it's just everywhere. Really, really cool. All right, let's find a couple more cool. Oh, actually, here's a big piece with the face of it basically all covered in quartz. Really cool. Another big chunk. All right, let's find a couple more cool things like I was saying, and then we'll probably head back to the car. Here's a monster rock. It's actually got a cool little maybe mica pocket right there. If you can see that, really cool. Really big all the way up, just covered in quartz. So if you guys like quartz, this is definitely the place to come and just check it out and just to see how all the different ways it grows. You know, like those two big boulders right there, they're just solid quartzite. You know, they're just, this whole place is just solid. So if you're into the quartz, definitely take a visit up here. And like I said, this mica or whatever it is in here just looks really cool too. I like when the metal is in the solid white quartz. All right, couple more things and then we're gonna head her. One more cool little spot here. This is just right on the very top. You got all these inclusions you got over here where you can kind of see some crystals still forming right inside that pocket there. Really cool. So all in all, like I said, if you guys like quartz and you're not, you know, not against traveling a little ways up to northern Wisconsin, then this is a great stop. Quartz Hill Trail, about 4 or 5 miles north of Townsend on Highway 32. So thanks for joining me, and we will see you in the next one.